Good morning, you beautiful people. My name's John and welcome to my channel. Today we have the it's the XLF F17 and I can't find XLF written anywhere on this box. It is yet but another inspired by what? LC Racing, WO Toys, 144, I don't know. They're all copying each other, aren't they? I haven't actually had the desire to check this one out personally, and there's a very good reason for that. It's got nothing to do with its quality, its abilities, anything like that. It's just that I was told very early on that it was just the swing arms here were just covered painted plastic, and I wasn't interested in that. I thought it's not going to be offering that much, but it turns out that they are in fact metal. That was confirmed by David over at Perth West Oz RC. So thank you for that. So Banggood kindly sent this to me for free. So again, thank you to Banggood as well. It is a brushless version. So it'll be interesting to see what it stacks up like against the 144001 from WO Toys. I do have an absolutely brand new, not taken out of the box 144001, so I will be doing a direct comparison between both of them. But for now, I just wanted to get this beauty out of the box. Oops, and see if it's any good. So let's get on. Try not to hit the camera. There we go. There she is. Hit the camera anyway. As you can see, this is the version that has some very meaty tyres. Jeez, babs. Look at those beauties. What's the size of those, honestly? The brand new WO Toys 104001, oops, is the wheel diameter is around 82 millimeters, and I know that because David just asked me to check this morning. So as soon as I've got this out, whoa! So that's 100 millimeters. So they are pretty wide, aren't they? Be interesting to see what the car handles like with those. But for now, let's just get it out of the box. So let's just make sure we are in focus. I will be taking the camera down a little bit closer in a bit. Nothing else in the box. And we have a very, very, very cheap looking controller with no throttle control, just the steering trim. I mean, it feels, yeah, it's a controller, isn't it, at the end of the day? Seriously. Right, what is this going to look like with these things on? Holy baloney! They really went, well, what size do you think we could put on them? 80 mil? Oh, what about 90? Nah, let's put on 100 mil. They really went for it. That's not people dying outside, if you can hear that. That is the cats next door singing to me, which is really sweet of them, bless them. Right, here we have the car. I mean, what do I think, before I take that off, what do I think out of the box? That looks familiar, doesn't it? That looks, is that identical? Oh, actually, here I have one mounted earlier. No, it's not identical at all. There are a few bits that are just different, so that is good to see. It's not like a direct copy out of the box then, which is fair enough. Yeah, nice suspension on it. I mean, we've seen this suspension before, haven't we? Typical 144001 suspension, but, you know, it works, so that's fine. Let's check this. Whoa, now that is smooth. That's really smooth, I have to say. And that's not cheap. The same test. Watch this tyre over there, ready? Instant stop. Watch that tyre over there, ready? It keeps running after the fact. So, Yeah, there's something doesn't sound quite right there. I'm going to have to get in and have a look. So let's have a look inside while we are here. I will have a look at the battery. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh. We have 7.4 volt 2S 1600 milliamp hour large battery. Really? That's a large one, is it? Fair enough. Okay. So we have the ESC, is it receiver as well? Yep, mounted on the top there. Oh. Look! Look! Look, 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 look! 3-wire servo. XLF, we like you. He says. Yep, no, that's good. The on-off is a separate button at the side, which, I mean, that's fair enough. That makes absolutely no difference, does it? And here is the very small brushless motor. I actually do not know what this is supposed to be, speed-wise, what it's supposed to be at. I have no idea. So it's going to be interesting to see if it's better or faster than the 144001, which is obviously brushed. As I said, I am going to do a direct comparison between both of them, but for now we will just concentrate on this car because that is only fair. Now the steering setup is, I think the word would be identical to the 144001. Same sort of size servo in this one as well. There is something there that to me seems slightly different. If I hold this side, yeah, and then try and move this side, there's a lot less play there than what there is on the 144001. Because a lot of the play was here, and if I don't know, maybe some of you have seen the video. I actually took the screws that were in there, the bolts that were in the original 144001 out, and put slightly larger ones in, and it looks like they are slightly larger here to stop that extra play up here. But obviously the hubs feel slightly different as well, because you're not having that typical WL Toys wheel wobble. So let's see if we can. I mean, look at the size of that drive shaft. I mean, that's meaty, isn't it? Do like that. It'd be interesting to see how this handles as well. Have I seen any videos with this car? I'm not sure I have, to be honest with you. There is one thing that I just noticed that could potentially be an issue. Let me get a small pointing device. And I will try and get you in as close as possible. You see here, you've got the pin that holds the swing arm in. So this red thing is held in by one long pin. Well, on the 144001, there's a couple of plastic caps here and here, and here on this one you can see that they've just sort of incorporated it into the bumper on both the front and the rear. And I'm wondering if that could potentially, oh well, I mean, look. I don't know if that's going to make absolutely any difference. Probably not. It probably won't make any difference. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. I'm wondering if I should take that apart and have a quick gander-goo in there. Yeah, let's put some batteries in the controller, hear what it sounds like. Let's have a quick look at the instructions while we're here. Oh, sorry about that. I'd say it was Monday morning, but it's not. It's now Thursday, but I have been a bit under the weather, so there you go. Yeah, I mean, they look similar, don't they? At least the wheels are correct. All right, fair enough. Have they just put the wrong instruction booklet in? Yes, they have completely. Because it looks like that even the motor location and everything is completely different. So, thank you XLF. You've put oh, it's a 1/10 as well. VXL Racing. So they put completely the wrong. Have they? I'm just trying to see where the motor location is on this, and as you can see, the motor location is completely different. So they put they literally put the. Right, so that's a lot of use. What else do we have in here? We have the box standard charger. Get yourselves a proper charger as soon as you can. That will save your battery as well. We have the usual, that's metal, the nut undoer, which I do like. And in here, what's in here? Ah, I did not know it came with 2 batteries. The second battery. Do like that as well. Right, let's get on. Let's hear what this thing sounds like, shall we? I'm hoping that there's a little bit of power in there, but I know that there is. Let's just try the original. See if there's any power in it. Oh, yeah, quiet. Cool. 3 batteries. 1. So, how does that Kevin Talbot do it? Yeah, no. There's obviously a technique to that. I'm going to have to learn it over the years, aren't I? Right, do we got the power? Yes. It does look like there's a little bit of power in there. Right. It's nice and responsive, isn't it? And... nice! These are definitely stopping quicker. Could that just be that the nut's a little bit too tight on this side? Well, that's it's a big nut. Undo it a little bit. Yeah, I'm happy with that for now. I will obviously do a strip down, and we will grease the diffs if they need it doing. So I think the very next thing to do is get it out and get it running. Let's have a look at what these tyres are like before we go anywhere. I'm very intrigued to know what they're going to look like. Holy crud! Nice aluminium hexes there. I mean, there's nothing revolutionary really there, is there? But it's nice to see the aluminium hexes. Very good. There's not... I mean, look at that. Make sure you're in focus again. Not a lot of play there, really, for being metal. I have to say, all of this is metal. Not plastic, which is good to see. Yeah, it's promising signs. Let's get one of these on. Size of that thing! Are we in shot? Do I have to pan back and go to like panoramic? Oh, that's very cool. Oh, I tell you, to Bob in the design department that went, no, not 80, not 90, let's go for 100. Let's have a look. Oh, I took the battery off, didn't I? Yeah, where did I put the battery? Here we go. Fair enough, there you go. So that's what that looks like, ladies and gents. What do you think? It's definitely going to change the handling on the rough stuff, isn't it? But I certainly wouldn't be using those on the tarmac. Okay, let's get out, let's get driving it, let's see how good it is. See you soon. Okay, let's see what speed it can do now. There's no slouch, is it? Okay, I'll be honest, I was about to head home now. I've been recording for a good over a good hour now, but then I noticed the big comically large tyres for the XLF F17, so I thought, let's see what this can do. So I put them on. Let's get on. Okay, what the hell? When you have bigger tyres like this, it invariably makes it all bouncy and ridiculous, but in this case it made it go much more stable. What's that crap about? Just goes to show how bad the other tyres are. This has made it really enjoyable and much faster. And we have a failure. It did hit the rock pretty hard, I'll be honest with you. But you can see it's just popped the dog bone out and just torn the tie rod connector out. So no serious damage, but I think I shall call it a day for these tyres and this car. I've even bent the wing there, whoops. Okay, let's have a conclusion. Okay, I just realised I don't have the tool to repair it with me anyway, but I think the battery's come in to the end. Right, this car. It's obviously a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. I don't know how many copies we've got to now, but you know, you got to say, if it's working for WL Toys, why can't it work for other brands? What I like about this car is, other than the contrary, it actually has handled very well. This is a not very serious issue and can happen to any car. I mean, I did literally hit that rock right on the corner and I was surprised there wasn't more damage, to be honest with you. I like it. These tyres have surprised me. They really have, because I expected those tyres to be much worse, and in fact it is not. So, do I recommend that you buy this one? I'm on a 70% yes, and the reason I'm going to say that is because I'm still not happy. The rear diff is smooth as butter and the front's still got that knocking to it. So when I put it side to side with the WL Toys 144001, I'm going to take the differential apart and see if there's anything serious in there. If there's nothing serious, i.e. you just needed grease or something, then I would say 100% consider it. It's tough as nails. Again, don't look at this. This can happen to any car. There's nothing else that is broken. There's nothing else that is bent. Well, that, but I bent that back up and it's back to normal. So there you go, there's a conclusion for you. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.